Are you ready for some football? Ready or not, it's going down tonight. Thursday night football kicks off with the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Dallas Cowboys. I'm an Eagles girl. Hey, also a Washington Commanders girl. Make no mistake about it. Yes, both my teams are in the NFC East, and that's okay because guess what? It's only a game, but it's going down tonight, 8:20. The problem is where to watch. Let's talk about it. We'll be watching this game. The NFL is trying it yet again. What is it? I'm guessing it's greed. I think I'm spot on when I say that it's greed because why have they branched off to all of these networks? Me and football go a long way back. I started watching the game of football as a little girl with my dad in my childhood apartment. And how ironic that football is kicking off tonight. And yesterday, I parted ways with the last of my dad's belongings from the rehabilitation facility. I had been dragging my feet at doing this, wasn't sure what was in the box, didn't really want to open up any memories and be consumed with sadness. But today, after some encouragement from my friend, I went through the box, and to my surprise, inside the box was an authentic red Washington Redskins cap. I'm going to clean it up real good and I'm going to rock that cap. Okay. So my dad loved football. He loved the home team. Half the time he was cursing them out. But that is where my love of football came in. My mom would always throw Super Bowl parties no matter who was playing. The year that the Washington Redskins won the Super Bowl with Doug Williams, the city was just electric. It was so much great energy in the air. Everybody was so excited. It was just a phenomenal game. I can remember being in the sixth grade going to uh, the championship parade that we had. It poured buckets and buckets and buckets. So miserable. Like one of the worst outdoor experiences I have ever had to this date. But nevertheless, I love the game. Um, Back in the day, there was this show that came on after the news went off, after the 11 o'clock news went off. It was called The Sports Machine with George Michael. I would stay up on Sunday nights, watch The Sports Machine. I would have my piece of paper and I would be going over all the teams that won and lost. At that point, there were only four divisions. You had the NFC East, the NFC West, the AFC East, and the AFC West. They now have the South division for each conference, okay? But also back then, there were only like three networks that you could watch the game on. I believe it was NBC, if I'm not mistaken. I ain't that sure about NBC, but I know for sure you could watch the games on Fox 5, which is also known as WTTG here in DC. You could watch it on watch the games on CBS. I don't think ABC got in the picture until later. I'm kind of fuzzy um, on that, but I know for sure it was Fox 5 and CBS. But fast forward to today, and these games are all over the place. I think this started maybe 2 or 3 years ago. The NFL started branching out. Um, some games are now on ESPN. Then you got ESP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some games are on ESPN. I never know which ESPN. Last year, I paid for an ESPN subscription and still couldn't watch the games. You got some games starting 2 years ago showing on Prime. I had a Prime account until they stopped doing next day delivery in my zip code. So this is the first year that I don't have Prime. And I'm trying to wait it out to see if they'll go back to next day delivery, but I don't want to miss any games. And then you have the NFL Network, you have Sling, you have Peacock, and of all things, you have games they started showing on Netflix. Why? Like NFL, why would you show games on Netflix? Like, why? Why would you do that? But I downloaded and subscribed to all that I'm going to subscribe to. I had ESPN canceled. I had Sling canceled. I had Prime canceled, and now I'm left with Peacock. That's $8.47 a month. I like some other things on Peacock, so I think I'm going to keep Peacock. But if any game that I want to see is not on Peacock, if it's not on the local stations, I won't be watching. I just won't. So I hope a lot of people join me in not watching, because that's just a little bit too much. The NFL is doing way too much. Like, why? It's greed, but why? Why are you doing that? I personally like to know that I'm going to be able to watch a game. I like to know if I need to go to a venue to watch the game. I like to know that in advance. I don't like to be scrambling. I don't like to think that I'm going to be able to see a game, get home, turn on the TV, and I cannot find it. I did that enough last year, and it drove me bonkers. I'm not doing it this year. I've had to draw the line. I don't want to have to do what I did a few years ago when the whole Trump and Kaepernick thing happened. I was so furious with the NFL that I didn't watch football for like 3 years. This is probably my 3rd year back. And the home team, the Commanders, had such a great season. I would hate to not be able to see this young team, this talented team, advance and go all the way and have another great season. I would hate to not be able to see the Philadelphia Eagles, but I gotta draw the line. I gotta draw the line with these subscriptions. What say you? How do you feel about the NFL? How do you feel about them branching out to all these different platforms to show the games? Like, come on, enough is enough. You know, we're going through enough hardships financially. We got the tariffs going on. We got the price of food that's skyrocketing. I think a lot of people are trying to downsize. They're trying to cut out unnecessary bills. And even though you can subscribe and then later unsubscribe, I don't even want to do that. So with tonight's game, Philadelphia Eagles, Super Bowl champs, and the Dallas Cowboys, I already had to look up where to watch the game. I did that a couple days ago. So I won't get in here and have my feelings hurt because it's not the home team playing and they won't be on a local channel. I wanted to make sure, where can I see this game? So the first thing I saw was ESPN. And I was like, okay, I ain't doing it. I'll have to just keep up with it online. And then I clicked on another post and it said Peacock NBC. So NBC is the local channel. Peacock, which is like owns NBC Universal. I don't know. You probably know what I'm talking about. So if it's on Peacock or NBC, I'm good. It is actually on ESPN, like the first article said. I won't be watching. I'll just have to find out from the internet. So drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about this money grab and the NFL just being all over the place. Are you in? How many subscriptions do you have? Are you willing to go all out for whoever, whatever your team is, or for your love of the game to see it on all these different networks? Not me. All right, y'all, stay tuned for the next video. Like and subscribe. You don't necessarily have to share, but like and subscribe. All right, bye.